Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Charleston Civic Center. Chris Kidd and James Barker here with you for a doubleheader today between the Oakland City Mighty Hawks and your West Virginia Tech Golden Bears. As first, we will have the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears girls team taking on the Oakland City Mighty Hawks girls team. And James, this is going to be a matchup of two teams near the top of their conference right now. Oakland City coming in at 11-3, but undefeated in conference play at 6-0. The Golden Bears at 11-6, nipping at their heels at 4-2 overall this season.
Yeah, should be an interesting matchup, Chris, as you have Faith Silva averaging 18.7 points per game for the Golden Bears, and it will be the Mighty Hawks' job to try to shut her down here this evening in Charleston.
And this has been a Golden Bears club averaging close to 80 points per game on the season, 78.6 to be precise, and Silva's been a huge part of that on this run for the Golden Bears. That's going to take a lot to try and shut down this Mighty Hawks ball club out of Indiana. Again, they've been getting up and down the floor all season long. They've got a ton of points that are being scored throughout their wins during this stretch during the conference. So it's going to be interesting to see which side's defense is able to step up here this afternoon in order to try and get out here with a big conference win, because Oakland City could really open things up in the conference if they win here today. Yeah,
they would pretty much shut down their side of the conference, at least early on in this season, as they would kind of create almost a stranglehold there at the top of their division. So it'll be an interesting matchup to see if the Golden Bears can kind of stymie and get the Mighty Oaks to have their first loss on the year.
Well, right now, as both teams warm up, we'll step aside for a quick break and be back right after this as you are watching college basketball action brought to you by West Virginia Tech Golden Bears basketball right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutoMall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the guys to call for windows, siding, and doors.
You know why?
Sure I do. Because of Window World of Beckley, we install energy-efficient windows, siding, and doors to homeowners all throughout southern West Virginia.
We'll give you our promise: superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
We make financing easy with our no interest for 18 months.
Don't wait. There's no better time like the present.
Call us at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Country with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and James Barker here with you as National Anthem just finishing up and now getting ready for the introductions for both clubs here today. We weren't given the starting lineups just yet, James. So this is going to be an introduction to both of us as well here, but it looks like both coaches meeting with a couple of their players right before they come out.
Yeah, Chris, when you look at the roster for Oakland City, Emily Hope leading all scorers for their Mighty Oak Club with 13 points per game. This is a team, like you mentioned, Chris, that plays really good defense, averaging only giving up 65 points to opponents this season, to a team with the Golden Bears who are averaging 78.6 points per game. Could be an interesting offensive-defensive matchup, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that's going to be the big part of some of these conference games. These teams know each other so well by these points, whether it's just studying tape or just familiarity playing throughout the season, even during the summer, whether it's they're on different sorts of teams or just practicing together. So the matchups are kind of set, and both teams kind of know what they want to do. It just comes down to execution at this point for both sides, and who's going to be able to execute the most. We'll probably be able to figure a lot of that out here in the first half with Coach Roger Hodges' club from West Virginia Tech and the Mighty Oaks coach, Fakira Hawkins, in her third year coming in this afternoon.
You have some local flavor here tonight, or this afternoon, for the Golden Bears, as Riley Alley, the freshman from Huntington, West Virginia, getting the start for the Golden Bears as well. And then you also have some international flavor with Ava Hendrick from Munich, Germany, getting the start.
Yeah, I actually got to see her play a little bit over at West Virginia State not too long ago, and she's a tough player on the interior. Again, she can drive, she can hit from the outside. She's someone that can be a force. She came off the bench in that contest, but she's someone that can provide a big spark for West Virginia Tech, and that's why they've added her into the starting lineup here this afternoon. So now both teams take the floor in the Charleston Civic Center as the Mighty Oaks out of Oakland City in Indiana wearing their blue uniforms, West Virginia Tech in their gray and gold uniforms here today. As we're glad you're with us on video productions for today's contest, as the tip is controlled by West Virginia Tech. They'll be going left to right across your computer screen here in the first half, with Oakland City going right to left as they get it over left side initially for Silva. As we said, she'll be the catalyst here today for West Virginia Tech, primarily on the offensive end. As they go down low to Hedrick, they're going to get her to work right away and get a whistle and a foul against Oakland City just 21 seconds into the contest.
Now, they had the pick and roll earlier as Alley had Hedrick on the roll, but moving away from the basket, couldn't find her, so a foul there, and the Golden Bears keep the possession.
Pass gets away from Hedrick and now stolen away by Oakland City. Here they come up the left side. Coming in hard is Dillard. She'll lay it up off the back iron. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And looks like they're going to say last touch by Tex. It'll stay here with Oakland City. Or actually, no, now they're going to switch it and say it goes over to West Virginia Tech.
It was a little bit of a weird call there. You couldn't actually see. I don't think the officials saw either exactly who knocked the ball out.
And again, Oakland City, they're all over the passing lanes here in the early going as that ball knocked away by Marissa Austin, and it'll stay with Tech. And again, the game I announced over at West Virginia State, Tech was able to get up and down, really punish their opponents with their speed, but this is an Oakland City team just as quick, just as harassing on the defensive end as what Tech is, as there's another deflection, goes out of bounds, once again stays with Tech. And again, this type of defense wears on you as the game goes along because those passing windows get tighter and tighter as the afternoon progresses, and it really tries to force teams into extra turnovers. We'll see if Tech's able to handle the pressure as Hedrick goes down low on the left side. Layup attempt won't go that time for Taylor, and rebound taken away by the Mighty Oaks.
Yeah, good rebound by Campbell on the backside.
They try and feed it down low. Ball fumbled underneath by Dow and taken away by Faith Silva. She'll kick it up ahead on the right side. Alley up top for Hedrick. Gets it over left side for Silva. She looks for a screen as Tech able to get into a set for one of the first times, but pass stolen by Austin. Here they come 2-on-1. Austin bounce pass left side. Nice job staying in front by Johnson. They'll kick it back. Short jumper for Dow, and that'll be the first two of the game.
Dow open in the lane there. Good pass but it was really that jump on the pick and roll, the double team, that got everything started for the Mighty Oaks.
Now Johnson will skip it cross court. Once again, another deflected pass. That's got to be about 4 deflections already in the first minute and a half by Oakland City.
Yeah, we talked about this Mighty Oak defense being tough, only giving up 65 points per game. You can see right now why they have that type of mentality.
Silva's little leaner won't fall. Rebound comes down for Oakland City. They get it up ahead over left side for Dillard. Now back, free throw line jumper on the way and connected on by Campbell.
Good ball movement from Oakland City, and good defense again here in full court pressure.
And right there, just dribbling into trouble was Allie. She got herself into big trouble in that left corner and immediately calls for a timeout to Coach Hodge here. With 7:59 to go in the opening quarter, it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here. Well, again, we did talk about the big matchup with West Virginia State's offense, or West Virginia Tech's offense, and how formidable it's been so far this year against this defense. Thus far, they've really been able to get West Virginia Tech to dribble into trouble, force themselves into bad situations, and Oakland City right now using their height and their length to their advantage, getting their hands in these passing lanes.
Yeah, and I really like Coach Hawkins' scouting report on the Golden Bears. Anytime that they've gotten a high ball screen, you have seen some double teams, and they have really gone out and hedged that high screen and created more pressure on the ball handler. So they've been coached really well here early on.
And again, if you're unfamiliar with women's college basketball, again, it's 4 10-minute quarters, a little bit different than the men's side that we'll see later on this afternoon. And Allie once again got herself trapped in the same spot as a moment ago and able to throw it off of a Mighty Oaks leg to keep the possession.
And I believe they only have 2 seconds to get it over half court here, Chris, or it'll be a violation. So, that clock doesn't stop them.
And trying to force it up the floor was Silva. They really didn't have many options that time if they were going to beat the 10-second count. Now they get it over left side. Driving layup attempt won't fall for Austin, but rebounded on the left block and put back in by Campbell.
Campbell with the rebound and the putback, and this Oaks defense still giving the Golden Bears some trouble.
Campbell gets a clean look for 3 but can't connect. Silva back into the corner for Allie. Allie dribbles over to the elbow, back over into the corner. Driving baseline, shoveling it over for Hedrick. That time was Barry. Now they get it back over for Johnson. She'll drive inside on the left, kicks it back out to Hedrick, dribbles into the center, and her shot blocked, but pushed to the ground that time. We'll see if they give Hedrick 2 shots on this.
I think the initial call was 2 shots as they whistle that foul on Emily Hope. See right here the drive and then some reach-in contact there by Hope, and that was what they called the foul on. Thought it was good defense there from Dow, but it was Hope that reached in and caused the contact.
And I thought Tech did a better job that time bringing the ball up the floor as Hedrick knocks down the free throw, first points of the game for the Golden Bears. But they don't want to get these inbounds into the corners. That's where Oakland City's trying to force the ball on these inbounds right now. They need to keep the ball towards the center right now just to give their dribblers more options. Quickly, Oakland City gets it into the front court. They rush it over for Austin. Now out for Hope. Long 3, and she'll bury it.
Averaging 13 points per game and shooting close to 37% behind the arc. So Hope, the leading scorer for the Mighty Oaks, gets one to go there.
Now they break the pressure. Silva rushes the jumper, won't get it to fall. Rebounded on the weak side, put up, no good by Richmond. Taken away now by the Mighty Oaks. Here they come again. Hope on the right side, 3 on the way, this time short. Rebound knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Golden Bears.
Hope, a 5'8" junior from Henderson, Kentucky. She leading scorer for the Mighty Oaks, and you can tell anytime she's open from deep, she's going to pull the trigger.
Now they'll get it in quickly this time for Hay. They swing it back up top for Hope. Left side now for Austin. Bounces it down low. Nice dribble into the center. Turnaround shot, no good for Campbell, and rebounded by Silva.
Good defense there from West Virginia Tech.
And then deflected away from Silva right in front of us and out of bounds. It's a good play by Kyrisha Hay that time.
Yeah, you look at the replay here as Hope, deep 3, able to get it to go, is not shy about shooting from behind the arc, averaging about 7 shots a game from behind the arc.
And that's just going to extend this West Virginia Tech defense, too, as the afternoon goes along. And that's going to open up things more inside for Campbell as that pass deflected into the backcourt, retained by Tech. And that time just getting caught in midair was Joanna Berry, as she looked like she wanted to pass, and then Oakland City's defender dropped off, and then she just kind of had nowhere to go with the ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a double fake. She faked the pass and then went up with it, and then when she saw her shot was still contested, she tried to make the pass, and nobody was home. So, just take the shot, take what you get sometimes.
Inside pass deflected, but kept alive by Oakland City. Left wing 3 on the way, rattles out for Ella Moringa. They'll get it back, though. They'll give it back to Moringa. She'll fire another 3. This one's short, but there's the size of Oakland City on the inside. Going up, offensive rebound by Whitehead, and she'll put it in.
Yeah, Whitehead only averaging 4 points per game, Chris, but right there able to get the rebound on the putback. And if you look at defense and rebounds right now, Oakland City really outplaying the Golden Bears.
11-2 with 5:25 to go in the opening quarter. Driving into the middle once again. Trouble for West Virginia Tech as we get a tie-up. And the possession error will go over to the Mighty Oaks. This is a deep bench for Oakland City as well.
Oakland 5 of 11 from the field, 46%, and again out hustling the Golden Bears right now as well.
As Harvey is checked into the lineup for Oakland City. Also in now is Clem, as they'll try and go down low. That one punted into about the 5th row that time by Richmond. She might have a shot at the football team next fall. That's a pretty good boot on that,
Absolutely.
James. You can use that on the football team.
Absolutely.
Now Oakland City will inbound from underneath their own basket. They'll get it in right side. Looking for help is Harvey. They'll swing it around the perimeter now. Left side 3 on the way. That one going to be wide of the mark for Hay. Still retrieved, though, by Oakland City. They'll kick it back out. Top of the key 3 on the way. This one going to be short by Clem. Rebound fought for Johnson trying to control it for Tech. And now we're going to get a loose ball foul here against Oakland City.
But still extended possessions for the Mighty Oaks. That is, they are now out-rebounding Tech 9-2 on the glass. So this is something that Coach Hodge is going to have to talk about either at the end of the first quarter or at halftime.
So they got that foul on Erin Whitehead. That'll be her first. It's 3 team fouls against Oakland City, none against West Virginia Tech thus far. Silva being double teamed on the right side, gets it out for Hedrick. Hedrick gets it back up top for Richmond. She'll hand it off for Silva. She gets a clean look finally for 3 as the shot clock running down. That's off the back iron, and we get a whistle and a foul underneath against the Golden Bears, as it looks like they're going to get a push that time on Berry.
Tech 0 of 5 from the field, so the only 2 points coming for Tech from the foul line from Hedrick. So woeful shooting and woeful rebounding start for the Golden Bears. Hopefully they'll pick it up soon.
And a lot of that's been the case because of Oakland City really putting the clamps on and pressuring Tech. Anytime they even get a good look right now, they're feeling rushed by it. As driving inside as Clem puts up a little floater, won't fall. There's another second chance opportunity as Harvey pulls it back out. Is this now the 3rd look they're going to get on this possession? Whitehead gets it at the elbow, hands it off, gets it back. Long 2-point jumper on the way, and she'll connect once more.
Whitehead now with 4 points, right at her season average. Does not shoot the ball a ton, but right there for the Mighty Oaks with an 11-point lead and shooting right at 43% from the field. They have really started out strong here this afternoon.
As they get that foul on Harvey, that'll be her first, as now Richmond will check out of the contest. Coming in for the Golden Bears will be Alyssa Taylor. 3:40 left here in the first period. 11-point lead for the Mighty Oaks, and now looking for more as Hay picks the pocket and drives in. Count it, and the foul. Hay took a hard hit as she hit the deck. Thankfully able to get up as Berry there as well to try and help her up. But once again, the active hands of this Mighty Oaks defense causing turnovers and causing disarray on the offensive end for Tech.
Yeah, that was a great steal. And, Hay got into the lane and then used her body to lean into the Golden Bear defender and did a great job of trying to create this and one play.
That is now the 5th player to score here in the first quarter for the Mighty Oaks, as Hay able to convert the 3-point play, 16-2 in favor of Oakland City, and another Tech turnover as Campbell tried to get into the front court, had some body contact that time, but lost it out of bounds.
And that's the, I believe, 6th turnover for the Golden Bears so far here in the first quarter.
3:23 to go here in the opening period. Tech still without a field goal as Hay will drive in, kicks it over left side. Tough take this time into the middle, and I'm going to get a whistle. And
looks like a blocking call on Tech underneath, and they're going to have 2 shots for Moringa.
Yeah, they do end up getting the blocking foul. I couldn't really tell because the official was blocked in front of us. I saw both benches kind of clapping as if they got the call, so that's why we were delayed on that. But yeah, this will end up sending them to the free throw line, but Coach Hodge not happy about it over on the West Virginia Tech side.
So if you look here, basket did not go in, and block happened out inside of that circle there, but still the blocking call counts here as Moringa makes the first.
So now she's the 6th Mighty Oak to score here in the first quarter. And second free throw will fall as well, so now 3 of 3 from the line is Oakland City here in the opening segment. Again, closing in on 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And now we got a whistle and a push just across the timeline. That'll be called against Hay, so that's now the 5th team foul against Oakland City.
Yeah, Chris, not the start that Tech has wanted here this afternoon, but with the fouls creeping up on Oakland City, maybe a chance for them to get into the bonus and get to the foul line to get some points that way instead of shooting from the floor. They are 0 of 6 from the floor right now, so 2 of 2 from the foul line, so we'll see if they can get some points on the board this way.
And they're able to, as now Taylor makes it 3 for 3 from the line for Tech. But that is a very telling stat there, James. 0 of 6 from the field, which is tough in and of itself. But, I mean, you almost got 7 minutes gone here in this opening quarter. Only 6 attempts overall, and that's because Oakland City's been able to get Tech to turn the ball over at a pretty heavy clip here so far, and now we're going to get a push on Tech right in front of us.
Yeah, and Chris, you're looking at, you mentioned only 6 shots for the Golden Bears. You have 14 shots for Oakland City right now. Those 6 turnovers looming large for Tech, and that's why they're down 15.
And now Tech going to bring in more bench help here as Nell Marks will check in. And Silva will get a breather after she picked up her first foul. As Hay gets it into the left corner for Whitehead. Back out front, ball knocked away. Well, I tell you what, I'm getting closer and closer to making a play here today, James.
I see this.
They don't want this smoke. You put me out there, it'd be a disaster.
just get you in a free throw contest, we'll be okay.
Yeah, that's about as close as I can get. This Whitehead hands it off in the middle. Hay kicks it back into the left side. Harvey drives in. Nice skip pass. Now driving in is Moringa. Took a little jab step and a Euro step. Got it off right as the shot clock expired and connects.
Yeah, Moringa able to get that Euro step down right as the shot clock expired, and now another Golden Bear turnover, as we'll see a substitution for the Mighty Oaks as well. But a 20-3 lead for Oakland City. We're not even 8 minutes into this game yet.
Yeah. Aisha Lindsay checking in now for the Mighty Oaks. Across the timeline comes Dillard. They'll get it over far side. They'll set it up with Whitehead at the top of the key. Now back to Dillard. She'll step back. 3 on the way. That's going to be an air ball, and that'll give it back over to Tech. And if you're Tech right now, you just want to settle down and try and get a good possession, good look, just to try and get things back into your zone right now, because they're not being able to play the type of offense they've been able to all season long.
Right, Chris. And, sometimes it's a good miss and sometimes it's a bad miss, but we've seen a lot of good pressure from Oakland City, and we thought we would see a full court press there, but they kind of dropped back into a zone after that inbounds play. So we'll see if we can get a good shot here from the Golden Bears.
That was a good set that time. Johnson got a good look, just couldn't connect on it as Moringa goes to the ground to save it and kicked out of bounds last touch by Tech. And I'd say part of that is because West Virginia Tech's in the penalty now. They don't want to get in any further foul trouble or give them a chance to get some free points here near the end of the first quarter.
Exactly right. The Golden Bears still shooting 0% from the field, 0 for 7 from the floor here in the first quarter.
It's top of the key. Moringa straight on three. That one won't fall. Rebound comes out long. They reset it now with Monique Moringa. So we have two Moringas on the floor right now as they look inside. Instead, give it off to Whitehead over at the right elbow. She'll hand it off to Moringa. Had her shot blocked, but gets it back. Shovels it back over to Whitehead. Drives in. Her shot blocked as well. Taken away now by Marks, so she'll bring it across the timeline. Closing it on 1:10 now to go in the first quarter. Johnson on the left wing. Takes it into the center. Nice pass over for Hedrick. She'll drive into the middle. Nice fake on that jump step there, but can't get the jumper to fall. Rebounded, though, by Tech as Lucas will reset it out front. There's Johnson going up against Moringa, able to get by a defender. Over on the left side, kicks it out for Hedrick. Now over left side for Marks. She'll dump it down low. Nice give and go to Hedrick. Gets off a right-handed hook shot. Can't get it to fall, however. Rebound fought for and taken away by Ellen Moringa.
So Tech had some looks there, Chris, to try to get one to go, but could not get one in the bucket.
Boy, but Oakland City has had no problems with it here in the first quarter as Monique Moringa connects on a three. The second deep three of the first quarter for the Mighty Oaks, and the lead is now ballooned to 20 here in the first quarter. 15 seconds remaining. Tech still looking for their first field goal of the opening 10 minutes.
See if Tech can get a good set here at the end of this quarter, try to get some momentum into the break.
Johnson pulls up from inside the free throw line, bounces off. And now we get a whistle here with 2.7 seconds to go. And it's going to actually be a foul here. It's going to be a hold. And looks like it's going to be against the Mighty Oaks, as that'll be Monique Moringa with her first.
We'll send Taylor to the line. She is 1 of 2 tonight already.
And so Tech going to try and end this first quarter on a positive note as Taylor connects on the first. And we talked about the implications coming in with the conference. Again, Oakland City undefeated at 6-0. West Virginia Tech at 4-2. But through 10 minutes of play, it was all Oakland City as they dominate the opening period, leading at 23-4 as we head to quarter number 2. We'll be back after this break as you are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bears college basketball with us right here on Video Productions.
The Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the guys to call for windows, siding, and doors.
You know why?
Sure I do. Because of Window World of Beckley, we install energy-efficient windows, siding, and doors to homeowners all throughout southern West Virginia.
We'll give you our promise. Superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
We make financing easy with our no interest for 18 months.
Start of quarter number 2 here from the Charleston Civic Center. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you as Oakland City takes a 23-4 lead into the second frame. As West Virginia Tech will have the ball to start things here as trying to dribble in. Lost it momentarily was Marks. Gets it back out for Johnson. West Virginia Tech still looking for their first field goal of the game. Baseline jumper rolls off. Rebounded though by Tech. Trying to find an opening here is Marks, but instead it's turnover as they get it up into Dillard. Dillard drives in right side. Nice stutter step that time. Couldn't get it to go. Then Johnson is bodied out of bounds that time by Dow, and that'll be her second foul. And, James, what did you notice on some of the first quarter statistics that really stood out?
Well, for West Virginia Tech, what could go wrong went wrong in that first quarter. They're 0 of 11 from the field now. They had 7 turnovers in the first quarter, already 8 now here at the second quarter start. And they're getting out-rebounded as well, so not a lot of positives so far, but there's a great move there by Johnson to get a bucket to go.
And Johnson finally breaks the drought a little over 10.5 minutes into the game for the Golden Bears as she hits on the first field goal of the game. As that ball deflected out of bounds, it'll stay with Oakland City. But, yeah, if you're West Virginia Tech, you just want to try and chip a little bit right now. I mean, play even here for a little bit and then start trying to chip away at this. You can't get it all at once.
Yeah, you look at the replay here, the little general replay as Johnson drives in. Good move, left-hand finish. As a big shot there, though, from Moringa, that's Emily Hope for 3 there. That's her second 3 of the game. And, again, not shy from shooting out there. And another turnover now for the Golden Bears.
Oh, and the referee's going to say it was deflected, but now they're going to confer, and they will say it was not tipped and give it back over to Oakland City. Yeah, again, that's how easily it's come for Oakland City in the first half and how difficult it's been for Tech. Again, you saw Johnson have to really work down low with that spin move to get to the basket. On the other end, Emily Hope lines it up and almost connects again, but she was able to hit a moment ago by getting herself free. And now we get a tie-up. Possession error will stay with Oakland City.
Yeah, again, Hope shooting about 7 threes per game. She's already shot 4 here in the first half of play and making 2 of them.
They get it into Dow. Again, just big and powerful down low, and Dow will lay it in for her 4th point. 28-6 in favor of Oakland City. 8.5 minutes to go before halftime. Johnson skips it far side for Silva. See if she starts to get going here, but it's off the front of the iron, rebounded by Oakland City. Dillard will push it up the right side, pulls up just inside the free throw line, won't fall, and rebounded underneath by Taylor. She'll get up ahead to Alley, looking down floor. Alley dribbles to her left instead, gets into the corner. Now looks down low, trying to find Hedrick. Instead will reset up top with Johnson.
Good aggression there by Alley, though, to try to get in the lane, try to find something, and then once she realized there wasn't anything to go, she reset the play.
Johnson, nice crossover that time, getting into the lane, and her pull-up jumper will fall.
Yeah. Johnson, with that quick crossover move, was able to get the defender on their heels, and she was able to knock it down from about 15 feet away.
Yeah, and Johnson had a really good game at West Virginia State whenever I was there about a month ago, and she's got a lot of athleticism. She's got good dribbling ability, can cross over very quickly, uses her feet well. So she's a very dynamic player for Tech as now they force a turnover. And here comes Silva up the center of the floor, drives in, kicks it out. Hedrick had the look but decided to pass it up, gives it to Alley. It's Alley, top of the key against Dillard. Gives it off to Johnson as she's gotten herself going here in the second quarter. Nice take by her that time, and she draws the foul.
And you can start to see now the spacing that Tech has had on offense and giving Johnson those lanes to drive. And she's been really the catalyst of this offense for the Golden Bears as she's been able to find those lanes, get in them, and make shots in the paint.
Now that'll send her to the free throw line as they're going to get that foul on Dillard. That'll be her first. As Johnson connects on the first free throw. She's got 5 points now, all 5 of Tech's points here in the second quarter. Second free throw for Johnson, that one good as well. Now 28-10 in favor of Oakland City here in the second quarter. As we've had a much more even start to the second quarter than the barrage that Oakland City dropped in the first 10 minutes. They go down low on the left block, trying to spin in this time, but Hedrick all in the way, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul, and perhaps bailed out a little bit that time was Campbell. She really didn't have anywhere to go against Hedrick.
Yeah, the help defense that came down inside from Taylor was probably not necessary. As you can look here on the replay, Hedrick had really good defense was straight up and down vertically, and then it was the reach-in by Taylor that caused the foul and sent the Mighty Oaks to the line.
His free throw is good. There's Campbell, 5 points now.
And right now, Chris, when you look at the difference in this game, I mean, you can look at a lot of different things, but points off turnover and points in the paint have been really impressive so far for the Mighty Oaks.
Now 29-10 in favor of the Mighty Oaks. Silva, top of the key, nice give and go that time. Trying to catch up the pass was Barry. They get it underneath. Nice reverse by Barry as she lays it in.
Yeah, Barry with a beautiful reverse lay-in there. It looked like the window was closed for her to score, but she was able to find a way.
Hedrick, good defense on the other end as Dow tried to get that turnaround hook to fall, but wasn't there. Now we're starting to see Tech settle into this game a little bit more after that rough start in the first quarter. Silva's going to take a deep three from the right side, over the rim, no good. Johnson tries to save it, but out of bounds. And again, they've really keyed on Silva a lot here in the first half, and she's just not really been able to get her comfort zone where she normally has it.
Yeah, when you look at this great replay here of Barry's reverse lay-in, you can see what a great job getting it up and under for the finish. But, Chris, you're right on Silva. She normally probably has scored a lot by now. As another three there for Emily Hope. She has 9 points all on threes, as Hedrick couldn't get it to finish there at the other end.
And again, that was a good leak out by Hedrick that time. They caught Oakland City napping, but not able to convert. Now into the center, pull-up jumper, and the friendly bounce will go for Dillard.
Just when you think the Golden Bears are going to try to eke back into this game, Chris, another mini run here from Oakland City.
Now Hedrick forcing the issue as she takes it on the left side, draws the foul. That'll send her to the line. And it kind of goes back to what we mentioned a moment ago. Everything that West Virginia Tech is getting has been contested. It's been tough. It's been hard to find. On the other end, Oakland City, while Tech has played some good defense throughout this first half, they're just making it look easy. So it's just the ability and the athleticism and the know-how of this Oakland City club that's really dominated this first 20 minutes. As Hedrick able to hit both free throws. She's got 4 points now. All of those from the free throw line as the lead cut down to 20. Up top with it, Emily Hope gives it off for Whitehead. She'll skip it over left side. They get it back over for Hope. Now top of the key for Whitehead. She'll hand it off for Hay. Now driving in is Clem. Got stuck. Tried to go up the layup. Couldn't get it to fall. And now we get a whistle. And it looked like Hay might have got hit a little bit on that rebound, but it looks like it's going to be actually Tech on the foul here.
Yeah, Hedrick kind of extended her arm a little bit, and they're going to call an offensive foul on her as she had the ball up. And anytime those elbows get out instead of into the body, that's going to be an offensive foul.
The inbounds pass, able to find Clem. They get it up top for Hope. Now they'll swing it around. Three on the way for Hay. This one off the mark. Rebounded underneath by Hedrick. So here comes Tech. Get it up ahead to Silva. She gets a clean look for one of the first times today, but off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes away for Oakland City.
Yeah, long three there from Silva. You'd like to see her, try to get inside that arc a little bit and take a shot from the inside to get something easier maybe to fall.
Now here's Hope. Top of the key, gets it over far side for Hay. 4.5 minutes to go before halftime. As Hay will give an entry pass this time. Campbell gives it off for Clem. 4 on the shot clock. Drives in, can't get the layup to go. Nice strong rebound by Hedrick. She was going to the ground though and threw it away, and layup will go for Hay.
5th point on the game for Hay. And again, the Golden Bears just making mistakes here and there, and the Mighty Oaks able to capitalize once again.
So 36-14, Oakland City leads it. Alley thought about a three, swing it around. Barry gets it, drives to the free throw line, pull-up jumper off the back iron. Rebound comes down for Oakland City. Hope will bring it up the right side. Nice look down low for Whitehead. Got good position, couldn't finish that time. Ball loose on the floor. Johnson goes diving for it, and it looks like we're going to get a tie up here. And the possessioner will go over to West Virginia Tech.
No. Again, rebounding and turnovers, the two keys to this game so far. As 24-15, the Mighty Oaks out-rebounding the Golden Bears. And then when you look at the turnover margin, it's 10 turnovers for Tech and only 2 for Oakland City.
And again, that's pretty impressive from Oakland City to only have 2 turnovers against a West Virginia Tech defense that's been very formidable all season long. As Johnson slipped and fell as she was trying to break free that time, and a jump ball will give it back over to Oakland City now.
And anytime the Mighty Oaks have amped up that pressure, whether it be full court or half court pressure, we have seen West Virginia Tech struggle with ball movement and actually, Chris, being in the corner with the basketball, which, as you know, that's a no-no.
Yeah, I said right there you just cut down every option you have on the floor. Just makes it so difficult whenever you get caught in those spots. As Moringa will get it up top. Harvey gets it over for Whitehead. Now back to the top of the key for Moringa. As Hay will drive baseline. Tried to set it up back near the free throw line, but deflected out of bounds by Lucas, and they're going to say it was last touched by the Mighty Oaks. So good turnover there, good defensive possession for the Golden Bears.
If you're Tech right now, all you want to do is somehow get this to about a 15-point lead at halftime. You can get it to 15 or inside 15. You feel like you've accomplished something and you've got a chance here in the second half.
And again, there's another forced turnover by Oakland City. As we said at the top of the broadcast, just closing off those windows for Tech, and now Tech with forcing a turnover. They get it up ahead. Nice body control that time by Taylor. And controlled it with her offhand as well to lay that in.
Yeah, Taylor did a good job of shielding the ball with her body to get that basket to go.
Oh, and that was a good entry pass that time, setting up Thomas. Couldn't convert, but there's Hay hustling for the loose ball, and she's able to lay it in for her 7th point.
Just another second chance point here for the Mighty Oaks.
Now Silva, 3 from the right side. Can't get it to fall. She's been ice cold here in the first half thanks to this Oakland City defense. They give it back to Whitehead. A little short jumper, and she'll convert. And again, this is danger territory now for Tech as they played about even here in the second quarter, but now things starting to slip away here in the final couple of minutes. As a blocking foul going to be called here on the drive from Lucas.
Good drive there from the Hamlin, West Virginia native, Avery Lucas. As she took it straight to the basket there, and you can see the frustration on Silva's face. I mean, you're used to averaging a lot of points. You're shooting literally about 46% from 3 from the field this season, and you can't get any of those shots to go down here early on. So you can sense the frustration a little bit on the Golden Bears. But again, if they can find a way to climb back into this game, the pace of the game favors them with the amount of offense they like to produce throughout the season.
Lucas off the mark on the first attempt. Second free throw, gets the friendly bounce. And now Dillard will check back into the fray for the Mighty Oaks as Hay will go to the bench. And Hay had a strong second quarter here whenever she was in. Again, getting a couple buckets, chasing down a lot of loose balls, creating second chance opportunities. So big minutes from her for the Mighty Oaks as Dillard gets it over for Thomas. Now into the corner for Moringa. Back up top, they reset with Harvey. She'll kick it into the left corner. Down to 90 seconds to go in the first half as Dillard forced to pass that time to Harvey, but she's able to get it back. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Moringa's going to have to heave one, and it's all Mighty Oaks here in this first half.
What a big shot there from Moringa. And West Virginia Tech trying to find an answer here with about 75 seconds to play here in the first half.
And again, it's just moments like those, though. You play good defense for 27 seconds on the shot clock. They have to force up a shot, and it just goes down. It's just so deflating whenever you see things like that happen. And in a half where it's just been all Oakland City, why not have that one go down as well? Mark's unable to get the first one to fall. Second free throw up. This one rattles around and falls home.
Now, according to my stats, Chris, that was Marks' first points of the season for the Golden Bears.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations to her getting her first bucket of the season as Moringa off on that three-point attempt as Silva able to get across the timeline, but now Dillard ties her up, and Silva and Dillard having a bit of a tussle after that tie-up. Thankfully, nothing comes from it.
And again, you can see the frustration from Silva on that tie-up. She was trying to make a crossover move and drive, and it was good defense by Dillard. And the next thing you know, you get a tie-up, and Silva, who has not been able to hit any shots from the outside tonight, takes a little frustration out in the tie-up.
And now she'll inbound from in front of the Oakland City bench. 56 seconds to go. Able to get it in cross court for Lucas. Lucas waits, gets it back up top for Barry. Silva calling for it in the corner. Barry will take it inside, and a nice take by Barry. She's able to convert.
A good drive by Barry there. She averages 8 points per game.
As we're getting closer and closer,
That's
James.
right. Jack was pretty much in that play right there.
Yeah, I was going to say Jack had the best play on that one. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout. As we'll see what Oakland City wants here. That'll be, it looks like a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here with 38.8 seconds left in the half. And West Virginia Tech trailing at 43-20. Again, there's been a lot more positive here in the second quarter than obviously the first quarter, where it was a 20-point lead at the end of one, or a 19-point lead rather at the end of one for Oakland City, as they only outscored Tech so far by 4 in this second quarter. But if you're Tech, like we said, they wanted to try and get this below 20 at halftime, but Oakland City's just making it so tough still for them to be able to find clean looks on the offensive end.
Yeah, and most likely, Chris, you're going to get Oakland City to come out of this timeout. You got 26 seconds on the shot clock after it reset, so you're going to see them hold on to the basketball, play it down to about 20 seconds, so you go 1 for 1 in this possession, and you're going to take a 20-plus point lead into the locker room against a very formidable opponent that you've just outplayed so far in the first half.
There's about a 13-second differential between shot clock and game clock. They lob it over far side. Johnson got her hands on it. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say over to West Virginia Tech. Nice defense by Johnson.
Yeah, they were trying to kill some time there at the top of the key and run a play, and they're going to get a back screen there for Moringa's 3 into the corner, but they just didn't execute it the right way, as you'll see Coach Hodge here for the Golden Bears try to slow things down and maybe take only one more shot here in the first half of play.
The shot clock is turned off. Down to 11 seconds to go. Johnson now will go. She picks up her dribble, looking inside for Hedrick. Now needs help. Pass gets to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper from there. Down it for Alyssa Taylor. And that'll close out the first half of action as West Virginia Tech battles hard in the second quarter and almost battles Oakland City to a standstill, but it's the Mighty Oaks leading it at the half, 43-22. James and I will step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll break down the first half of action here from the Charleston Civic Center as you are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bear basketball action right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
lock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
43-22, Oakland City leading West Virginia Tech here at halftime. Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, James Barker, Jack Withrow, our engineer for today's contest. And right now you see the men's teams warming up on the floor as at the conclusion of the women's contest, we'll jump right into the boys' action next. So they're going to go ahead and get part of their warm-up in right now and then the other part in after the end of this game, just to keep things moving, just like we like here, James. But this was a really interesting first couple of quarters here from the Charleston Civic Center. Oakland City jumping all over West Virginia Tech in the first 10 minutes, leading 23-4 after that initial frame, but then West Virginia Tech battling back, playing them almost to a standstill in the second quarter against this undefeated team in the conference. But right now Oakland City has really caused problems for Tech with creating turnovers, knocking down three-pointers in this first half, but getting on the offense and defensive glass a little bit more effectively. But Tech was able to battle a lot harder there in the second quarter once they settled down. Yeah,
I think, Tech kind of saw the rust there in the first quarter of play, and then you credit Oakland City coming out. They had a great game plan, especially on those high ball screens, and really shut down what the Golden Bears like to do on the offensive end of the floor. And they've been able to get a lot of second chance points. When you look at that statistic, Oakland City outscoring West Virginia Tech 10-4 in second chance points. And that goes along with a lot of the correlations with the other statistics, turnovers and rebounding stats. Oakland City out-rebounding West Virginia Tech 26-18, and that includes 11 offensive rebounds for the Mighty Oaks. And then the turnover aspect, why the Mighty Oaks were able to jump out to such a big lead is at one point in time it was a 9-1 margin of turnovers in favor of Oakland City. That's kind of been cut down a little bit, 11-5 now, and I think that's why you saw that standstill or close to a standstill score in the second quarter of play. It's just the question becomes, can the Golden Bears overcome their really rough start and climb back into this game in the second half?
Yeah, and a lot of what Coach Roger Hodge is going to be looking for here, it's going to be really tough overcoming a 21-point deficit. Obviously can be done by this Golden Bear ball club, but against Oakland City, who's 11-3 coming into this game, 6-0 in the conference, right now you just want to gain the confidence that you can play with this club and have your players believe that we can beat this club come conference time, come tournament time. You need them to have that belief in themselves going into those situations. So you're going to coach this and play this as hard as humanly possible in the second half, because the last thing you want to do is just get completely run out of this gym and have all of your confidence deflated moving forward this season.
Right, and that's 100% correct, Chris. And when you look at the season as a whole, this is just one game and just one conference game, and you can't let one conference game ruin your mojo or your confidence moving forward. But if I'm Coach Hodge, the one thing that I've noticed over here in watching is when Johnson has the ball in her hand at the top of the key and the floor is space, she's been able to use that quick crossover move, get in the lane, and been able to hit those mid-range jump shots. So that may be something that they work for instead of that high ball screen, just clearing out the paint and letting her go to work on her defender. And then another thing they have to do is, Faith Silva, 0 points here at the half. You've got to get your leading scorer going in some way, shape, form, fashion. The old adage is if you're not scoring from the field, the way you get on the board is you got to get to the line. And Faith Silva does not shoot a lot of foul shots on average in a game, only about 3 in a game. But that's where she has to find a way to get some rhythm, find a way to get to the foul line, get your shot down, see the ball go in once or twice, and then you hit some shots from the outside.
Again, we got about 8.5 minutes left here at halftime. We're going to step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the second half coming up here from the Charleston Civic Center as you are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bear girls basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the guys to call for windows, siding, and doors.
You know why?
Sure I do. Because of Window World of Beckley, we install energy-efficient windows, siding, and doors to homeowners all throughout southern West Virginia.
We'll give you our promise: superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
We make financing easy with our no interest for 18 months.
Don't wait. There's no better time like the present.
Call us at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
43-22, Oakland City leading West Virginia Tech at the half here in our women's college basketball opener. As we said, it'll be the men taking stage next here at approximately 3 o'clock from the Charleston Civic Center, as you see them warming up right now on the floor, as both women's teams still in the locker room here at the half. But again, we said coming into this game it was going to be a big contest for conference purposes. Oakland City coming in 6-0 in the conference, West Virginia Tech 4-2 in the conference. And at the moment, Oakland City looking like they may end up keeping that undefeated streak going. But what is it that you've seen out of both clubs here in the first half, James, that has kind of stood out for you from Oakland City's side, from West Virginia Tech's side? Because first quarter wasn't a whole lot to be positive about if you were West Virginia Tech, but in the second quarter, started to see a lot more of the team that a lot of people have been accustomed to seeing so far this season.
Yeah, for Oakland City, I thought early on they were really well coached. You could see how they were going to handle those high ball screens early on, and I think it took really a quarter for West Virginia Tech to adjust off of that type of pressure, off that high ball screen. They were really taking the shooters away. They were not, they were giving up the roll. They still are giving up the roll, but it's hard when you're moving away from that roll to see it out of the corner of your eye when you're getting double teamed and getting that pressure. So they're doing a great job there on those high ball screens. I thought we mentioned before the game how good of a defensive team this Oakland City team is. We have seen that here this afternoon as they have really forced a lot of turnovers. You have 7 live ball steals in this game, which is a really high number for a halftime live steals. So I think defensively they're playing really well, and I think they're very well coached. On the other end for Tech, you started to see that transition in the second quarter of the adjustments of how Oakland City plays defense. I think most of the time when your leading scorer gets shut out in a half, you're going to be trailing in some way, shape, form, fashion. Sometimes your other players step up, but I think Silva's got to get more involved, get to the foul line, as I mentioned before, and then use Hedrick on the inside. Instead of getting her out there for those high ball screens, get her to post up, clear it out a little bit, and play 2-on-2 basketball and play to your strengths as a program.
And I really like the point you make about Silva trying to get to the free throw line a little bit more here. Again, you see a lot of the best players, and even today still see a lot of the best players where they're struggling from the field. Get yourself to the free throw line, see the ball go through the bucket, just get yourself into a rhythm, because so far here in the first half, they've just extended Silva further and further beyond that three-point line, and she can knock those down, but whenever you haven't seen one go through since warm-ups, it makes it a little bit harder, and that rim just continues to shrink on you as the afternoon moves along.
Hey, Chris, as you and I were great shooters when we were growing up in high school, when you're shooting it and it goes in, it just seems like that rim gets larger and larger, and you keep firing it up, and when you're missing those shots that you're accustomed to hitting, it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, so to speak, before you see that first one go in. And we've seen her force a few deep threes that maybe she's not accustomed to shooting, and then at the same time, shooters keep shooting, and that's what she needs to do as well. You just got to find a way to gain some confidence and get something to go in.
Right now we're closing in on the start of quarter number 3 here from the Charleston Civic Center. James and I are going to step aside for another 2-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time to go back to action here from the Charleston Civic Center as you are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bear women's basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Getting ready for the start of quarter number 3 here from the Charleston Civic Center. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you, with Jack Withrow, our engineer for today's contest, as it'll be the Mighty Oaks with the ball first, going left to right here across your computer screen, with West Virginia Tech going right to left here in the second half. And I think one of the other big things that we've seen here, James, the depth on both these sides. Again, that's the true trademark of really good teams right there, where you can go 8, 9, 10 deep and really not lose a whole lot of your progress with it bringing people off the bench, because you look at the first half scoring, nobody's in double digits yet, but there's so many key outlets on both sides to be promising and hopeful for as they go down low initially, and Dow will get the offensive rebound and put it back in.
Yeah, backside rebound there by Dow. She came off the high post and were able to just find an empty spot and get the easy rebound and put back.
Now here's Silva. Could this be time? Yes, it is, as Faith Silva gets on the board for the first time this afternoon.
And you can see the expression on her face, really excited and relieved that that one went in.
As Hope tries to answer on the other end but can't find it. Up ahead they go to Johnson, 2-on-1. Silva stays out beyond the three-point line, goes for it again, and here she comes. 2 3-pointers to start this third quarter, and quickly Oakland City wants a timeout, a 30-second timeout. And just 45 seconds into the half, Silva's gotten herself going, James.
Yeah, and a beautiful shot there, and you can see by her reaction after that three went in, just a huge sigh of relief off her shoulders. And then we talked about that confidence, Chris, seeing the ball go in and believing in yourself again. That second three, you just knew that was going to go in with the momentum that they had. And a great look by Johnson in transition to kick it back outside. She could have laid it in or tried to lay it in herself, but she knew where the hot hand was at the moment and got Silva the ball for the three.
And I love the confidence of Silva, too, just running to that three-point line. It could have been an easy 2-on-1 where she just bounced past it over for Silva for a lay-in, but she said, nah, I hit one. This one's going down, too. And so maybe that's the sign of a big half coming for Silva after being shut out in the first 20 minutes. It's out of the timeout. Left corner three, and that'll fall for Marissa Austin. That'll be her first bucket of the game.
A lot of scoring from a lot of different places for the Mighty Oaks.
48-28 now in favor of Oakland City. Silva, now she's going to take a contested three this time, but off the mark, rebounded by Hope. She'll look up ahead now, 2-on-1 chance, lob pass to Dow underneath. Johnson tries to contest, but just too much size from Dow.
We have seen the pace of this game pick up mightily here in the first minute of the third quarter.
Johnson on the left side, caught Dow looking the other way, was able to drive in and draw the foul again. Dow was looking up top, I guess maybe to see if there was help coming, and Johnson, once she saw that, she just blew right by her and was able to draw the foul. That'll be the third on Dow.
You look here at our Little General instant replay is Johnson just with a very quick first step and first dribble. We've seen that all afternoon from her.
As her first free throw will come up short. But she had 6 points in the first half. Her and Taylor led the way for the Golden Bears, but it was really Johnson that got things going for West Virginia Tech after they didn't have a field goal in the first quarter. So now she's looking, trying to knock down the second free throw, and she does.
7 points on the afternoon for Johnson. Good pass there by Hope inside to Dow. And then another hustle play there from the Mighty Oaks as you had Hedrick that had the rebound, and then it was Austin that came in and got the tie-up. And that's what we've seen from Oakland City throughout.
And Allie got herself caught in the corner that time, just threw it up for grabs, and Johnson for Tech thankfully was there. And now we're going to get a whistle and a foul here. It looks like on Dillard. Dillard was protesting that Johnson had shoved an elbow out on her that time, but to no avail. That'll be the second on Dillard. So now it'll be Silva to inbound right in front of us here, trailing 50-29, trying to get someone to come to the ball, and Allie finally does for her. It's Allie letting things set up here. Silva comes to the ball now. And you see that Oakland City now fervently trying to stay out on her after she hit those 2 threes to open the half. Johnson now finds some space, drives in left side, but the layup just too strong that time.
Yeah, they did a good job of realizing the man-to-man defense, getting the ball to Johnson and letting her work. And that's what the halftime adjustment should have been from Coach Hodge. She had a foul there, Chris. Looked like Hedrick was kind of straight up and down, but maybe got a piece to the wrist.
And they are going to get her for the foul. That'll be her second foul. And that'll be on the shot, so that'll send Dillard to the free throw line. So, again, she thought she got called for a foul. She didn't commit on the other end, but this time she gets rewarded with free throws on the other as she's able to convert on the first. So she's now got 3 points for the contest. That's 9 players overall for Oakland City that have scored here this afternoon as second free throw rolls off. Tech controlling it, trailing by 22. As Allie just able to get across the timeline before the 10-second call. Silva looks inside, finds Taylor. Now they skip it around over to Johnson. Nice fake by her. Pull-up jumper from the baseline, and Johnson connects.
Yeah, another good move there from Johnson. A little head fake, dribbles inside, mid-range is her game, and able to hit the jumper.
Now lead back down to 20 at 51-31. Dillard into the corner for Hope. 3 on the way, no good. She's hit 3 so far today, but not that one. Rebounded underneath, put back up, no good for Campbell, and now Tech chased down the loose ball. Allie will bring it across, lob pass cross court, able to find Taylor, pull-up jumper from about 8 feet, won't fall, and rebound tipped out to Austin. Now here comes Dillard up the left side. Dribbles into the center, nice pull-up jumper from there, and that'll go down for Taylor Dillard.
Good quick move there from Dillard to get inside the lane and make the 8-foot jump shot. Is again good defense, another tipped ball for Oakland as they continue their defensive pressure. Good steal, though, by Johnson the other way.
And again, both sides stepping into the passing lane. Silva, transition 3 on line, but just too strong. She thought that was going down all the way. And she was already heading back up the floor, and you can kind of see it. She was surprised that one didn't fall.
And we're even through about 4 minutes here in the third quarter. It was a 22-point lead at halftime, and now a turnover, almost a turnover there for the Mighty Oaks.
And it'll be Hope. It falls into her hands, and she connects on her 4th 3 of the afternoon. And she's the first player tonight on either side to reach double figures.
You know, she had missed 2 corner threes earlier in this quarter, Chris, but able to hit that one from the wing.
Johnson with another nice take, but too strong on it. And there's Taylor on the rebound, and she'll put it in. Taylor's had a quiet 8 points so far here this afternoon. Again, she's been battling tough on the boards to be able to get those opportunities. And there's Austin again for 3. She didn't score in the first half, James, but she's knocked down both her 3 attempts here in the third quarter.
Yeah, only shooting about 3.5 threes per game and only making 1. So she has 2 tonight so far and shooting over her average.
They go down low. Hedrick lost control of it and taken away now by Campbell. Here comes Oakland City, leading it now by 26 all of a sudden as pass got away from Austin, but she's able to retrieve it. So we come upon the midway point of the third quarter, 59-33, Mighty Oaks in control. It's Campbell, almost had it stripped by Silva. Gets it over for Dillard, now down low. Dow makes a strong
mismatch
pitch.
there.
Yeah, they got Dow on smaller Taylor that time, but Dow couldn't convert, and a tie-up. We'll keep it here with Oakland City as now we get basically a full line change on both sides here.
You see maybe 1-2 players for Tech stayed on the floor and then a full wholesale change for Oakland City.
As they'll inbound it to Moringa. She'll get it up top for Clem. She'll drive in hard on the left side, and she'll get it to fall. That's her first bucket in the game, and that's now 10 players in the scorebook for Oakland City.
A lot of things have gone right this afternoon for the Mighty Oaks as they have played great team basketball.
Barry underneath tries to get shot off in front of the taller Whitehead, and may have been able to draw the contact there for 2 shots, and they are going to get Whitehead on the hit.
Barry has played well off the bench as well for the Golden Bears, a freshman from Avondale, Arizona.
Barry gets the friendly roll on the first attempt. She's now got 5 points this afternoon, 61-34 in favor of Oakland City. Barry trying to direct traffic before she takes the second free throw, trying to get everyone in the right position. As gets second to fall too. Now 61-35 in favor of Oakland City. Left side, Ella Moringa drives in, kicks it out. Top of the key, Clem fakes on a 3, drives in. Little floater off the back iron, won't fall. Rebounded by Monique Moringa, kicks it out to Ella Moringa. Then they couldn't get the Moringa to Moringa assist. We were looking for it that time. Johnson, nice fake
move
that time. And what a layup by Johnson.
She's now into double figures. First player for the Golden Bears in double figures tonight.
That was just a great fake and nice job with her less dominant hand, able to get that layup to spin in. To lead down to 24, 3:47 left in the third quarter. Hay kicks it out. Ella Moringa resets, gives it back to Hay on the left wing. She'll get into the middle. Nice take by her, but can't get it to go. Down to 3 on the shot clock. And
yeah, she lost the ball as she went up. She was trying to get it over to her right hand to get that shot up. Lost it, goes off the glass, but it looks like it'll stay with Oakland City as you get a foul there on Hedrick. As we'll see a substitution here as well for the Golden Bears as Hedrick picks up her third as they'll put Taylor back into the game, a huge size advantage when Hedrick comes out of the lineup for Oakland City.
And a bit of a break there, too, for Oakland City. There's only 3 on the shot clock. Would have been possibly a tie-up and possession error to West Virginia Tech, but instead the foul called on Hedrick. So now Whitehead with it. She'll launch the 3. That'll be an air ball, and that'll go out of bounds over to Tech. So now 3:16 remaining here in this third quarter. And that about 2-minute barrage by Oakland City. It seems like it's come in spurts here this afternoon. Again, the first quarter was just a straight tidal wave from Oakland City. But ever since then, Tech's played it close, even outscored at times. But Oakland City will go on these 2-minute runs where they just get 7, 8, 10 points all of a sudden and just pile it up. And then all of a sudden, the Golden Bears are having to fight their way back.
It seems like every time, and you look at the beginning of this third quarter, Chris, Silva goes off, hits 2 threes, and cuts that lead down to about 17 or 16. And next thing you know, Hope hits a 3, and Oakland City able to answer right back. So anytime that Tech has had a chance to cut into this lead or has done something right, Oakland City seems to have done 2 things right.
As Emily Hutchinson into the game. Pass up top as Hutchinson now fights to get it back, able to do so. Down to 4 on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry here. Barry puts it up right near the horn, won't fall. Johnson, though, nice job battling on the offensive glass, and she'll put it in.
Johnson only averaging 6.7 points per game, 12 on the afternoon tonight, or so far for Johnson, as she has played really well here today.
They get it out. Monique Moringa 3, misses off the side of the rim. Taylor tears the rebound away, gets into the front court. Nice spin move, pull-up jumper. Can't get it to rim in, but Taylor hits the glass and gets the possession back and may have drawn a foul in the process.
Yeah, she did. A good hustle play from Taylor, taking it coast to coast. Good spin move there at the foul line, and she gets her own rebound as that thing just hung on the rim. You thought it would may be able to backspin in there for a second, but lead back to 22 here, Chris, with Tech at the foul line, and we have seen this game be pretty even since the end of that first quarter.
As I said, it's kind of gone through this little theme ever since the first quarter where Tech's able to battle. Looks like they're going to make a little bit of a run, and then all of a sudden Oakland City kind of shuts it down with a spurt of their own. Let's see if Tech can close out this quarter without preventing that little spurt once again. See if they can whittle this thing down close to 15 or maybe more, as Taylor into double figures now, hitting both free throws. So 61-41. Nearly 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Moringa goes inside for Clem, had it knocked away and stolen by Barry. Now a chance here for the Golden Bears to get it below 20. Barry, nice stutter step, gets to the basket, and she'll draw the foul.
A good drive there from Barry as she was able to go with her right hand to the basket. And you can now see the little more confidence from the Golden Bears as that will bring in the 5 starters for the Mighty Oaks as they do the wholesale sub change again, Chris.
Yeah, Coach Hawkins, I think, seeing the spurt that Tech's on right now, wants to try and put the brakes on that before the end of the period here as Barry hits on the first. She's 3 for 3 from the line, all of them this quarter. As that one's going to miss wide of the mark, rebounded underneath by Campbell. As Austin will skip it over cross court for Hope. She lobs it down low for Dow again with that size advantage without Hedrick out there. Gets it back to Hope. 3 on the way is short as Johnson grabs the loose ball. Johnson bounce pass up ahead and out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Oakland City.
Yeah, Johnson trying to get it up ahead to Marks. As Marks just this is, according to my stats, her first game she's played all season long, so a little bit hesitant there filling that lane as Johnson tried to get her the basketball.
Hutchinson will trigger it in, gets it to Taylor. Taylor drives into the middle looking for help. Ball knocked loose, and Hope's going to come up with it for Oakland City. Now pass, and yep, the referee caught it that time. It looks like it's going to be over and back, and it will. I think just lost track of where they were at midcourt.
They did. They did. With the new floor of the Civic Center looks, the Coliseum looks amazing as well. So they just redid the floor as the Coliseum now with the blue West Virginia in the middle of the floor.
It kind of looks like that old St. Petersburg floor that they had in Florida whenever they played some Final Fours there back in the day.
I would agree with that.
Sorry, I'm thinking that Connecticut-Duke game. I know you don't want to think about that.
We don't want to talk about Jay Will.
So we get a foul underneath. That'll be a blocking foul against Oakland City. And that'll send Berry back to the free throw line. That's been the good part here in the third quarter for West Virginia Tech. They've been getting to the free throw line as first free throw off. But this will be the 10th free throw attempt of the quarter for the Golden Bears, only 2 for Oakland City. But unable to convert on either that time. His rebound comes down to the Mighty Oaks into the corner. Hope wide open for 3 and count it as a whistle after the 3 goes. And it looks like they're going to get a foul underneath on Dowell, and that's going to be number 4 on her.
Basket is good, Chris. So, again, another 3 for Hope. 15 points on the afternoon for Hope. As, again, only making 2.5 threes a game and has 5 here this afternoon.
Again, the Civic Center agrees with her. Again, she's going to say goodbye to that Indiana area, maybe come play here full time. She seems to love this gym. And now they're going to get her a breather here at the end of the quarter, as Harvey will check in for her. Berry has had a Jekyll and Hyde situation at the free throw line this quarter. Hit her first 3, but she's missed on her last 3. And that will be short as well. So Berry trying to steady herself here. She's got 7 points. And this one she's able to get to fall home. So 64-43, Oakland City. 1 minute to go now in the third quarter. Dillard, baseline jumper, won't fall. Johnson grabs the rebound. Here she comes up the left side. Drives in hard on Austin. Can't get the layup to go. And Dowell, even with those 4 fouls, a strong board. Here's Harvey. Fakes, drives in on Silva, gets to the basket, and a late whistle. And a foul with 45.2 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, late whistle, but right call. There was contact there on the drive by Harvey. Thomas into the game for the first time.
So now here's Harvey at the charity stripe. First free throw up, and that'll fall. And she's now the 11th Mighty Oak player into the scorebook here today. Second free throw off the mark. Rebound being fought for. We're going to get a tie-up, and possession arrow will go over to West Virginia Tech. So 43.6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Oakland City will go back to their full court pressure now. They get it in, able to get out of it as Marks. She'll cross midcourt. Looks over for Berry on the far side. Drives baseline, nice spin, but she may have stepped out of bounds. And no, they're going to say a foul instead. I thought maybe she might have spun her way out of bounds, but instead it's going to be a foul on Dillard.
So they hit Berry in the head there as she made that spin move. And I think they were going to count the basket if she had made the basket, because the official still had held her hand up to see if the basket was going to go in.
Now Berry, who's more or less squatted at the free throw line this period. This is her 9th and 10th free throw attempts. She's able to connect on this one. Second free throw good as well. So, again, the odd little streak continues. Hit her first 3, missed her next 4. She's made her last 3 now. So down to 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hay breaks the pressure. Looks up top, finds Harvey, skips it over. Austin, she's knocked down a couple of threes this quarter. Now will drive in, puts up the little floater and count it for Marissa Austin.
Good move there from Austin. A little head fake, hesitation in the lane. And up ahead now to Berry, who makes the layup there.
That time she was able to avoid the foul and get the field goal. Out of the 10 free throws, that's her first field goal of the quarter. Down to 3 seconds left in the quarter. Austin going to have to heave one at the horn. Almost threw it in on a blind shot from the top of the key, and that'll do it for the third quarter of action as Oakland City still maintains a 20-point edge as we head to the final 10 minutes. We'll be back after this as you are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bears basketball action right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the guys to call for windows, siding, and doors.
You know why?
Sure I do. Because of Window World of Beckley, we install energy-efficient windows, siding, and doors to homeowners all throughout southern West Virginia.
We'll give you our promise: superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
We make financing easy with our no interest for 18 months.
Don't wait. There's no better time like the present.
Call us at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW.
Start of quarter number 4 here from the Charleston Coliseum. Chris Kidd with you, with James Barker alongside me, Jack Withrow, our engineer, as West Virginia Tech was able to outpoint Oakland City in the third quarter, but still a 20-point edge for the Mighty Oaks as Austin's three-point attempt goes over top of the backboard and over to West Virginia Tech.
And it looks like Oakland City going to ramp up the pressure. The way they started this game in the first quarter, Chris, was with this 1-2-2 press. We'll see if West Virginia Tech can break it as they do right there.
And again, that first quarter, they just struggled mightily with it, and Johnson had nowhere to go with it that time. They just are able to maintain that trap so well, even when other players kind of moving, they kind of move with them, just not letting them out of that box.
Well, naturally for a player, once you get across the half-court stripe, you want to relax. You want to settle into your offense, but Oakland City does a great job of staying with that full court pressure and trapping once you get across the timeline. We've seen it a few times there in the first quarter, and it happened right there with Johnson.
They get it over near side. Thomas hands it off for Austin. Back up top, Harvey. Collision there with Marks. Nothing called. They go down low. Nice position for Campbell, and she'll lay it in. She's got 7 points now for the contest. Hedrick will cross the timeline. Gets it over for Silva. She's hit on the three-point attempt and gets it to fall in at dead end off the back of the rim, and just fell straight through from an awkward angle that time. But Silva, after being held scoreless in the first half, a chance to get into double figures now.
Yeah, shooter's roll there indeed, Chris. Is that thing you see on our Little General replay hit the back square, the back iron, and was able to just backspin in, so a chance for a very rare 4-point play.
Again, Silva struggled mightily in that first half, but she's turned it on in the second half, now with 10 points for the contest, and the lead down to 18. Pass over the head and out of bounds of Hay, and that'll give it back to Tech.
And we mentioned, Chris, that this is kind of what we wanted to see from West Virginia Tech in the second half. Just regain some confidence, regain your composure and see how well you can play moving on into conference play. Even if you don't pick up the win or don't fight back all the way, you at least gain that confidence for your conference stretch.
That has been a big part of this contest, and Tech has really hung tight here as Marks will step back for three, and she'll get the friendly roll.
Nell Marks, the freshman, her first field goal of the season for her. So a big three there. The lead, its lowest margin since the first quarter.
And again, after that cataclysmic first quarter for the Golden Bears, this has been about an even game, and now still by Berry. Up head to Johnson, trying to sandwich her way through two defenders. Got caught, and out of bounds with it was Harvey, and that'll keep it here with the Golden Bears.
You see here on the three for Marks on the replay, that touched about a little bit of everything there on the rim before it went in. But a big three for Marks and a big possession here for the Golden Bears. Any points here kind of put you back into the game with just under 9 minutes to go.
And they give it to Berry. She was a big catalyst in the third quarter. Into the corner, Silva, good look for three. Off the front of the rim, though, no good. Rebounded by Hope. Hope pushing the pace to the other end. Gets into the paint, now kicks it back out for Hay. Hay back over to Hope. Good look for three. She's hit 5 today, but not this time. Moringa with the rebound. What a look for Whitehead underneath, and she'll hit the short jumper.
Yeah, great offensive board there, and a great look for Moringa to find Whitehead standing in the lane. I also don't know how you lose, and a big steal there for the Mighty Oaks, and a foul by Berry back on the other end.
And Berry trying to help her to her feet after that collision.
I was going to say, Chris, I don't know, Tech's been in this zone since the beginning of the second half. I don't know how you lose Emily Hope when you're playing that zone defense, even if Hay shoots that shot from the top of the key and she's wide open by herself. You would think you would rather have her shoot that shot than have Hope on the wing with a wide open look.
It is, because she's one of those players. It's like a Steph Curry situation. Anytime you're rooting against them, you just cringe anytime they get a clean look, like, oh no, this is going to go down, as Hay misses on the first. But yeah, Hope's had that kind of afternoon today where you just kind of have to follow wherever she's at and try and deny her the ball as much as you can. Whitehead gets the offensive rebound off the miss. Neither her or Campbell can convert.
Good block by Hedrick.
Yeah, it was great defense on the inside by her to prevent the basket with those 3 fouls. Johnson circling around the rim, kicks it out to Allie. She'll go for 3 from the right wing, no good. Silva crashes the glass, able to go up with it, and she'll lay it in.
It was a great play by Silva, but an even better play there by Taylor to catch her as she got the rebound and give her a lane to get the layup.
I was thinking it was a little nice assist by her, making sure she was able to stay on her feet that time, but right on the other end, Hope with another soul-crushing 3 for the Golden Bears.
Every time you get a little momentum for Tech, they have had an answer on the other side with Oakland City, whether it be Hope or a Dow rebound and put back or one play here or there by Alston or Moringa. It's just they have had a litany of players make plays here this afternoon to keep them in this large lead.
Now after the miss by Silva, it'll go back over to Oakland City. 6:50 to play here in the fourth quarter, 74-56 in favor of Oakland City. As up top with it, Campbell swings it over to Dillard on the left side. Dillard waiting patiently now. Down to 13 on the shot clock. Almost lost control of it with the thought of a pass there. Now they'll go inside to Campbell, down to 5 on the shot clock. She'll get it into the left corner once again. Hope gets free, and this one rattles out on her. Dow with the rebound can't convert, but there's Campbell to clean it up.
Yeah, another second chance point for the Mighty Oaks, as that's been one of the stories here this afternoon.
They get it to Silva in the left corner. Open 3, this one off the mark. Rebounded by Austin on the backside. So now Oakland City, after the run by Tech, looking to reestablish their 20-plus point lead. The steal now from Johnson. Here she races into the front court. No one's going to catch up to her, and she'll lay it in. Johnson now on the afternoon with 15 points to lead the way for West Virginia Tech, where they trail at 76-58 with 5:40 remaining in the game. Dillard on the left wing gets it into the middle. Campbell goes down low. Nice look for Dow, and she'll get the friendly roll against Hedrick.
Really nice ball movement there for Oakland City, as Dow gave it to Campbell, and then they're able to finish the job there from the high post to the low post.
And now Berry lost control of it on the steal. Here they come ahead. Nice look from Austin underneath the Campbell. She was at a bad angle that time. Couldn't find a good chance to get that ball on the rim. Now here's Silva. Nice ball fake that time by Silva to get the open layup.
And Silva now with 14 on the afternoon, close to her average so far this season at 18.7.
And scorers are always going to find a way, it seems like. And Silva's just one of those players. She doesn't get down on herself. She's going to find a way to get hers and help her club out. And she's done a great job of that here in the second half. So down to 10 on the shot clock. Dow at the left elbow. Turns around, she'll pull for the jumper, online but too strong, and Hedrick with the rebound. Now here comes Allie. Does West Virginia Tech have one more push in them here? Silva, left wing three on the way, got halfway down and popped out. Rebounded underneath by Campbell. And the Mighty Oaks want a timeout. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take it as well with 4:21 remaining in the contest. You are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bear basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Welcome back, everyone. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you. Jack Withrow, our engineer. And James, take us through this replay here.
Yeah, I think it was great. Low post, high post movement. You got a great pass inside to Dowd there, as was Campbell able to find her. And we've seen this Oakland City offense, when Tech went to this zone, really move into this high post offense. The ball's moving through the high post. And they've done an excellent job of the adjustment from that man-to-man defense in the first half that the Golden Bears were having, and then to this zone defense they've been playing exclusively in the second half until now. Now they're back to the man-to-man.
They get it over to Austin. 4:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Dow, baseline jumper, and it's there for her. She's another one that's had a sneaky, productive game on the offensive end. That's 12 points for her now.
And they have played really well offensively. You take away even the defensive side, where we thought they would be really good at this afternoon. They have played really well on the offensive side as well. Inside the post, outside shooting, they've done it all.
As that time driving baseline, tough angle shot there by Lucas. Couldn't get it to go. Pass up ahead. Boy, Dillard, nice job being agile and keeping her feet from going out of bounds. And she'll draw the foul on the other end on the drive.
Yeah, and they've had Dillard to drive in the lane and either make the shot, and they've had Hay as well that has kind of done the same things off the bench. So this is a well-rounded Mighty Oaks club that you can see why they have been undefeated in conference play so far.
Now Dillard, first free throw up and gets the friendly roll. Yeah, like you said, just all around, just anyone they bring into the game has found a way to be productive today. There's 11 players have gotten into the scorebook for Oakland City, as they have 14 listed overall, only dressed 12, I believe, as Silva's three is an air ball. Rebounded, though, by Lucas, and she's rejected by Dowell as it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Golden Bears.
Yeah, she tried to head fake, got the first defender in the air, but Dowell kept her feet and was right there when Lucas stepped toward the basket.
Silva will inbound it to Johnson, 3:18 to go in the contest. Again, it was a 23-4 first quarter by Oakland City that really opened this game up, and it's been about there throughout. As Barry, nice reverse layoff off the nice look by Johnson.
There's a good high post to low post play as well from the Golden Bears.
As they look inside, Hedrick gets her hands on it, and she'll come up with a steal. Barry will push up ahead, looks for Johnson on the right side. Johnson able to get by Dowell initially, puts up a tough shot. Dowell probably altered that. Clem tried to save it, but a nice steal that time coming over by Lucas. And unfortunately a travel, though, by Tech will give it back over to Oakland City.
Now that was a good play by Barry with the steal at half court. She looked away and then threw the pass to Johnson and gave Johnson just a little bit extra separation for before her shot. And then a steal there by Lucas back outside. You can tell that they really look for Silva at any point in time, whether you're 5 feet away from the basket or you're 80 feet away from the basket. They're looking for Silva to get up those shots.
Yeah, she's one of those players, if she gets a chance to get a look or you get a chance to give her a look, you want to take that opportunity. And here's one that's taken advantage of it all afternoon long, Emily Hope, and probably going to get a lot more looks as the season goes along. That is now her 7th three of the game, 21 points.
Yeah, she has absolutely shot it very well from the outside here this afternoon in the Coliseum.
Hedrick gets it down low. She gets bumped. And don't think that'll be on the shot. Neither team in the penalty, but looks like maybe they will give her the 2-shot foul.
That's amazing when you look at Emily Hope's statistics on the season. You know, she averages about 2.5 threes a game, only shooting about 7. Tonight, she's made 7 and shot 12. So, you know, an amazing stat line for her, as looks like she'll finish the game, Chris, with 21 points. I don't anticipate bringing her back into the game.
Yeah, that may be the last set of substitutions by Coach Hawkins, as Hedrick hits both free throws. 6 of 6 from the line today. Those have been the only points for Hedrick, as she hasn't been able to get in on the field goal action here in the second half for the Golden Bears.
We'll see Savannah Bailey, the senior for the Golden Bears, check in from Rock, West Virginia. I'm going to have Jack have to tell me where Rock, West Virginia is. I know a lot of places in West Virginia, not heard of Rock, West Virginia. So Jack's going to get right on that for us.
I was going to say, Google Maps, help us out here. As Monique Moringa hits a straight-on 3. That's her 2nd of the game.
Are we talking Salt Rock, West Virginia? Because I know where that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can even locate that one.
Yeah.
It's just very vague.
Yes.
It's Rock, West Virginia.
Which Rock? We've got a lot of them.
Down to 90 seconds to go. Into the middle. Nice find underneath that time. Layup won't fall, though, for Savannah Bailey, as that was a great look by Taylor to set her up.
Okay, so Montcalm, Mercer County area is where Rock, West Virginia is. I learned something new today. I used to be a West Virginia history teacher, Chris, and I had no idea where Rock, West Virginia was.
I did it for a year, teach West Virginia history, and I'm like you, I guess, well, that's pretty shameful too, West Virginia history teachers.
Couldn't figure that one out. I'm sure we'll have somebody blast us there.
That's why you teach civics now, and I teach U.S. history.
Exactly.
Had to get us out of there before we ruin the entire minds of the young here in the state. As they get it up ahead for Alley. Now back out. Actually, there's 3 from the wing that time by Alicia Perez. Comes up short. As both teams now pretty much empty their benches, as drive that time by Lindsay won't fall.
Yeah, good no call to keep the clock moving, and she'll get a jump ball now. But you know, that was a little bit of a bump there from Marks there underneath on the drive, but trying to keep the clock moving and the game moving here at the end when the outcome is well in hand.
Yeah, kind of in the no blood, no foul portion of the ball game now. And we talked about at the top of the broadcast is Hutchinson. She'll bury a 3. And you see the West Virginia Tech bench excited for her. But this is a West Virginia Tech team averaging 78.6 points per game. We wondered which side's defense would prevail against both teams' strong offenses. And that first quarter was just enough to slow down Tech in this game and create this deficit that they were just not able to overcome here this afternoon, as tie-up will keep it here with Oakland City. But that first quarter will be something that Coach Hodge goes back and looks at and says, hey, we just got to get out of the blocks quicker. We can play with this club, but we got to be able to start stronger than what we did here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been, like you mentioned, Chris, a very even game for about 3 quarters. That first quarter, though, was all Oakland City, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of this game this afternoon.
Well, Oakland City will run their mark to 12-3 on the year, 7-0 now in conference play, and that will do it for our women's contest here this afternoon from the Charleston Coliseum. 89-67, Oakland City prevails. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back to recap this women's contest right after this, as you are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bear basketball action right here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your
89-67, Oakland City knocks off West Virginia Tech here this afternoon in our women's contest. First game of a doubleheader is the men coming up shortly. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you, with Jack Withrow, our engineer. And again, the first quarter, we've kind of belabored it a little bit here on the broadcast here today, James, but it really was what separated this contest, because 23-4, Oakland City blitzes West Virginia Tech in that opening segment. Tech wasn't able to fully recover and climb all the way back into this game, but Tech has to be happy about the way they played the last three quarters, showing that they can compete against this very vaunted Oakland City club.
Yeah, and Chris, when you look at this game, we've talked about that first quarter, but what Tech has to be happy about is they continue to battle, they continue to make plays there in the second half, cut the lead to 15 there with about 8:30 to go in the second half of play, and then we really started to see Emily Hope kind of put the game away for the Mighty Oaks. She shot very well from the outside, and it was a good win for Oakland City as they were able to come into Charleston and take on this Golden Bears basketball club that was looking for some momentum heading into the second half of conference play season, and they played really, really well. And 11 players scoring. They played well on the glass. They had a great inside-outside game on the offensive end, and were able to get a bunch of turnovers. 12 live ball steals in the game for Oakland City as well. So, hats off to them. But I also agree with you. I think Coach Hodge has a lot to look forward to when you put the game film on. You saw a lot of positives in the second quarter on for this Golden Bears team. Just got to get rid of that rust that happened in the first quarter.
And again, Emily Hope led the way and led all scorers with 21 points on those 7 3-pointers. It was Johnson leading the way for the Golden Bears with 15 points. Berry and Silva right behind her with 14 points, along with Taylor with 10 points this afternoon for the Lady Golden Bears. Well, right now we're less than 20 minutes away from tip-off between the Oakland City and West Virginia Tech boys teams. So we're going to step aside for about a 15-minute break or so, and when we come back, it'll be close to tip-off between the men from Oakland City and West Virginia Tech, as you are watching West Virginia Tech Golden Bear basketball action right here on Video Productions.